Yo, what it do, everybody? It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Welcome everyone to a Saturday edition of the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. What's good, y'all? Everybody doing out there, man? It's Father's Day weekend. Shout out to all the dads, all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day. And yo, man, right outside my window, actually across the street, is a band out there. They playing music, so if you hear some band music, it's the band right across the street, man. Like I said, it's Father's Day weekend. Everything is going on this weekend, man. So hope everyone is out there staying safe, man, and having a great time. But you guys, I'm not gonna be long on this show, but I had to stop past, man, to talk my crap, man, on Talk Pro Wrestling this week, man. But before I dive into it, appreciate everyone tuning in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and everyone tuning in right here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. If you're new to the show, definitely hit that subscribe button down below, like, leave a comment, and don't forget to follow the 11:30 podcast on all social media platforms. And like I said, man, before I'm about to get into the show, before I get into the show, the season finale of the 11:30 podcast Talk Pro Wrestling is coming up, you guys, in 2 weeks. I want to say 2 weeks, you guys, the weekend of Money in the Bank. And we'll be talking about Money in the Bank a little bit here on this week's episode. We got a lot going on this edition of Talk Pro Wrestling. We got AEW Collision debuting tonight, where I know a lot of eyes is going to be on that. And come on, man, the super kick heard around the world, man. It's a movie going on, man. I'm loving it, man, with the bloodline and everything. We're going to get into it. We ain't going to waste no more time. I just talked about AEW Collision, you guys, that's coming up tonight, live from Chicago, you guys. Yes, it's Father's Day weekend. This is going to be a great treat to take some of the dads, man, or maybe not. But AEW Collision is going down tonight in Chicago at the United Center, you guys. And it was announced a couple of weeks ago that the one and only Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, is returning to AEW. Now, a couple of months ago, when the news sort of broke that CM Punk will be returning to AEW, a lot of fans were happy and a lot of fans were not happy. Even when Tony Khan announced on Dynamite a couple of weeks ago, with the surprise announcement that he sort of, announces something every other week or now, or so, that CM Punk will be returning to AEW Collision, man. And as we all know, that this second show, AEW Collision, is sort of, I guess, CM Punk show. Everybody's going to be on this show that, the guys who work Dynamite don't want to work with the guys who are on Collision. But man, you got a couple of people that I'm really excited about. And before I jump into that, man, the CM Punk story with him returning to AEW. To be honest with you, man, like with everything going on with the WWE, man, and with the Bloodline story and how complete and amazing, man, that storytelling is, bro. And like I don't think we're gonna see nothing like that in a long time. I think AEW, man, look, they gotta roll with it, bro. Like it's a gamble, man. Like, and I think bringing CM Punk back and a lot of guys say, man, that element that you can bring to the screen, in wrestling, whether it's, the element of yourself, your real self, because you get a lot of guys. Teddy DiBiase was one of them who made a comment about today's wrestling and how he don't like how it is scripted. It's more so scripted, word from word, instead of you giving me notes and let me say it, and it's going to come off more real and stuff like that. And I think with this CM Punk story, and not only CM Punk, but with the WWE's Bloodline story, like those three are cousins. Those three or four are really blood. Minus Paul, like that's some real shit. And everything they're telling is real life, is a real life scenario. Now, when you got with AEW and you got CM Punk back and all the, animosity that's been going on, we read the ESPN article with CM Punk, said what he said, and Hangman Adam Page, like it's real, like it's real. These guys don't like each other, so bring CM Punk back and let's fire it up, man. Like I love wrestling, man. Some wrestling I just have a hard time gravitating to or getting into, such as maybe New Japan Pro Wrestling. I know a lot of people, it's gonna be like, hey, you don't like New Japan? I mean, like, I love the strong style, hard hitting, but really watching on a consistent basis, you know, not too my thing though. But like I said, man, you bring that real factor into it, where it's like, oh shit, like is this for real, or is this scripted or whatever like that? Blurring the lines a little bit. And I think we all know the beef between Hangman Adam Page and CM Punk and the others that what happened last year after All Out and stuff like that. So I think it should be interesting, man. Like I said, man, there was a lot of people who were 50-50 on CM Punk returning back to the ring. So hopefully, man, this doesn't go anywhere near the last time, man. I'm a big advocate. He do not need to wrestle every freaking week. That was one thing that broke his body down when he came back sort of the first time. He was open up dynamite every week, wrestling every week. Bro, you're CM Punk. You're known, man. You got one of the best returns in history in wrestling last year. I believe it was last year or so, or the year before last in Chicago, man. So, like, you straight, man. You ain't really got to. I know you're trying to prove something not only to the wrestling world, but to yourself because what you did in the UFC and you trying to, finish off strong and make a statement. So, I don't need to really see him every single week. I understand the first show tonight, AEW Collision, going down with CM Punk is going to be teaming up with FTR, you guys. Yes, he's going to be teaming up with FTR. They take on the team of Samoa Joe, Jay White, and Juice Robinson, man. 6-man tag team matchup here. That should be amazing, man. But enough with CM Punk. We're gonna see what he says, what he got to get off his chest tonight on Collision. Also, you guys, man, one guy I've been waiting for that, just got lost in the sauce, man. I just, like the promos were awesome in the back, backstage, and what he was doing, man, it was really good. Ever since he lost the TNT title, he just faded away, got lost in the shuffle or whatever. But Miro is in action tonight. What can we look forward to? Man, I'm excited. I don't know, but I am excited. Also, you guys, the tag team matchup. We got Sky Blue. I'm a real big fan of Sky Blue. And also we got the New Japan Pro Wrestling Women's Strong Champion, Willow Nightingale, taking on the Outcast of Ruby Soho, Ruby Soho, and the AEW Women's Champion Tony Storm, which is a good match right there, man. Big fan of all these ladies right here. I know they're going to show up and show out tonight in Chicago. Speaking of Chicago, and also the TNT title, that championship is on the line tonight, where we have Warlow. He's going to be going one-on-one with Luchasaurus. And Luchasaurus seems to be overshadowed by Christian lately. So this is Luchasaurus, I guess, big matchup that he first had since I want to say Double or Nothing. No, because that was Jungle Boy versus Christian. Okay, yeah. But I think Luchasaurus was involved somehow. So this is going to be a big match. Two big meaty men slapping meats for the TNT Championship. Let's see what happens, man. This is the first show of AEW Collision, but this right here, you guys, is the matchup that I cannot wait to see. We got Buddy Matthews, man. He is the AEW World's Trio Champion, 1/3 of the AEW Trios Champion against Andrade, man. Woo! Boy, these two had tore it up in WWE. But this is AEW, so they're gonna crush it tonight. AEW Saturday Night Collision. I don't know if I'm gonna be tuning in every Saturday night. Maybe I ain't even going to stretch it. I might, but we gonna see how it goes, man. We definitely gonna see how the show goes tonight. AEW Collision. Everybody, man, leave a comment. Tell me what you're excited for the show tonight. Any big surprises? What do you think CM Punk is going to say? Like I said, he said he got some stuff to get off his chest. Hey, Pipe bombs are expected to go down tonight, man, for real. Speaking of pipe bombs, man, going down last night on Friday Night SmackDown from Lexington, Kentucky. Whew, boy, oh boy, oh boy, man, you just know, man, when Friday night, man, SmackDown come on, you gotta be tuned in, man, and tune everything out. But yo, awesome SmackDown, great SmackDown. A couple of things I want to mention before I talk about this Bloodline story. Bianca Belair situation. You can see the seeds are planting for her to turn heel. She said, "Man, I'm doing everything by the book. I'm being nice." And she even kind of like snapped on Charlotte Flair a little bit on SmackDown, like, "Hold up, Charlotte, hold up, wait a minute. I'm the longest reigning champion in the modern day history. Yeah, I understand you won that title 14 times and lost it 14 times, but come on, like you're Ric Flair's daughter. I'm a homemade superstar. You feel me? Like come on." But you can tell that Bianca Belair, the seeds are planting for her to turn heel is coming real soon. Also, pretty deadly, man. That they just burst onto the scene when NXT UK sort of, closed its doors. And Pretty Deadly jumped over to NXT. They won the titles on their first night, the tag titles. Now they're here on Friday Night SmackDown, and they have a WWE Tag Team title shot that's coming up in 2 weeks at the SmackDown in the O2 Arena the night before Money in the Bank. So, hey, man, that's going to be great. All right, man. A bunch of stuff went down, but nothing sweeter, man, than what took place at the end of Friday Night SmackDown, you guys. Yes. Oh boy, Jimmy and Jay. Man. Okay. We get Roman Reigns out there, man. I said Roman Reigns' entrance, man, is like the new Undertaker entrance in today's wrestling. Undertaker comes to the ring, especially when it's a pay per view, because he really wasn't on like weekly television a lot. But when he did appear, bro, his entrance was long as hell. Of course, he had to walk slow and methodical. But Roman Reigns come out there, a commercial. We come back, acknowledge me. Outcomes, Jay, and Jay just man putting on the performance, man, saying what he have to say to Roman Reigns, and just like really though, like that's how you going do me. And out comes his brother Jimmy, who they said they kicked him to the side, and Roman said, "Man, yo, you're not the tribal chief just yet, man. No, you're not the tribal chief just yet until I'm done, until I'm, no longer the head of the table. Then you can become the tribal chief, but not yet, man." But like I said, out comes Jimmy, and Jimmy just laid it on him. And I mentioned one thing earlier, man, just about how real these promos, man, could get, and how real these stories, man, just come across the television, because one, Jimmy, Jay, Solo are brothers. All of them are brothers. Roman is the cousin to Roman, Jay, and Solo. You feel me? This got even more real that the fact that Jay used Jimmy's real name last night on SmackDown. So the realism and like we all know what this is, but when he called him Josh and said what he said, it was blurring the lines. But we all know, like, damn, really Roman. And you see in this photo how Roman is just cheesing, and how he got into the head again, as he always did and as he always do, of Jay Uso, and playing mind games to try to turn him against his own brother, his own twin that he shared the wound with, man. And Jay just like, he turns around like, really? You the one who trying to bring me down? Like they was gonna make me the next tribal chief? Like I was the man, you feel me? And they made a good ass point when Roman Reigns and Jay Uso started this whole bloodline, right? And of course, Jay Uso was the being defiant. He was like, he didn't want to fall in line and stuff like that. He didn't want to do that. But when Jimmy came back, what the first thing Jimmy did, Jimmy was like, "Nah, man, I ain't gonna fall in line." And he also was like, "Dog, you don't need him, man. You don't need this, dog. Like we are a tag team. We are the greatest tag team. We need to win gold. That's exactly what he said. You feel me? And Roman Roman brought up the possibility that maybe his brother could be jealous of him and got into Jay Head so bad that he turned around to him and started grilling him and was just like, yo, man, like Mr. Prom Queen, you get all the girls and like football player and Big Brother and all this, man, and just how they just went into it, man. Ah, man, it's just it was beautiful, man. Even prior to all of this going on, it's like WWE's capitalizing off of the social media buzz that Jay Uso also has with the fans, and how he is reeling everyone in from his facial expressions, from everything he says, when he's a character, even his movement. You feel me? So man, oh man, dog, like I'm loving this. And one thing I've seen on TikTok earlier today after all of the stuff that took place is that everyone turning on Roman Reigns. That I don't think I really pointed that out though. Even from back in the Shield, Seth stabbed Roman in the back, Sammy turned on Roman, like Jimmy turned on Roman, Jay turned on Roman, like and and I guess this is all part of the maniacal psychological abuse that Roman Reigns plays on his cousin. You feel me? Like, yeah, Roman Reigns is sort of the good guy, but he's really the asshole because of how he's manipulating and playing his brothers and his cousin. I mean, excuse me, his cousins like they some little ass kids though. But man, oh man, oh man, yo, bruh, like when he was just like, man, you out, dog. I was like, oh, okay, okay, and I'm out too. And the super kick, man, heard around the world, boy. And I was too busy marking out, man. I loved this. I loved every bit of it. I had to watch it back about like 5 times, not even added the times that I watched it on social media and saw it on social media this morning, man. But it was just played so beautiful, and the reactions of everyone seeing it, man. Like one person was just like, wait, just wait. Like, no, he's not gonna really buy into this. And I marked out that when I watched it back to see the fans' reactions from what happened, it was marvelous. And what made it even freaking better, man, what made it even freaking better when Roman got super kicked and he got super kicked and he got so upset and he caught that temper tantrum like he a big ass kid and started hitting the mat and saying, no one is gonna leave me. No one is gonna leave me. And the super kick from both of them, man. Like at Night of Champions, that was dope. When Jimmy was like, I mean, Jay was like, no, excuse me, Jimmy. Jimmy was like, man, I'm doing something you should have did a long time ago. Super kick. Oh, then, I double but deep man. He had a, bruh. He super kicked him, and then they was like, both super kick, dog, bro. And this is amazing, man. I don't even know what else to keep on going with it. Like, this is just freaking amazing, man. The sell that Roman Reigns did after the double super kick just went down, didn't move. Like, and Paulie face in the background. Yes, I love you, my tribal chief. I love you, my tribal chief. I do anything for you, my tribal chief. Like, man, oh man, just the storytelling, the the swerve, man. I'm still excited from this, man. What happened on SmackDown? Like, I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe what I saw, and man, oh man, it's been a long time since we've seen something beautiful like this play out in front of all our eyes, man. Like I said, Monday, a lot of people was a big fan of SmackDown back in from what I want to say 2002 to '07, '08 ish. You had The Undertaker, you had Batista, you had Rey Mysterio, you had Edge, you had Mark Henry, you had you just had a plethora of guys, man. Kurt Angle, a lot of guys, man, a lot of guys. on SmackDown, them OGs, man, John Cena, like, and people was like, man, yeah, I like SmackDown because they get to the point, they wrestle, blah 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 blah. I was more of the Raw guy, I liked it. Monday Night Raw, it was Mondays, it was live, it was uncut, it was raw, like, and one thing because it was live, and nowadays, man, the new Monday Night Raw is SmackDown now because of the big story. 10 years ago, any major story would have been on Raw. And because of SmackDown is on Fox, that is a huge, big network than the NBC affiliated station, sister station, USA. I mean, USA, Raw been on USA for a long time, been around for a long time, but Fox that's the big show, man. And dog, like, it's the new Monday Night Raw. I'm loving it. Like I said, I don't know when I was shocked like that and just marked out, and it felt good, man. It felt good. A lot of shows you go through and you watch and you watch and sit there and say, that was good. Okay, that was okay. That was cool. That was good. Oh, that was good. Great match. I love that. But boy, just having that ending, jump, man, you get out your seat, man, for real, bruh. Man, WTF, boy, I tell you, that was something else, man. I loved every bit of it. I loved every bit of that, man. So, what's going to happen after this? Will we see Jimmy and Jay and the Usos? The Usos taking on Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. More so, I'm interested now to see what Solo is going to step up and do. Obviously, we probably won't see Roman on this up and coming SmackDown. He's going to, chill. And he may be on the SmackDown that go home for Money in the Bank. And we may see this tag team match, but I say, man, if they get a chance, if Roman get in a match with the Usos, he gonna beat them to a pulp. I'm sorry. He gonna beat them to a pulp, and I feel like that's gonna be the way for Solo to may intervene. I'm not sure, but Usos, yeah, this moment is awesome. But it's coming. It's coming. Sami Zayn, he did what he did to Roman Reigns too, but he got his ass whipped. He got his ass whipped, but bruh, I'm just amazed, and I love it. I love it. Okay, you guys, man, we're gonna move on here on Talk Pro Wrestling, you guys. But before Money in the Bank, and I was just talking, about Money in the Bank. I seen something on social media, man, and I really want to address, because when I initially saw the lineup for these 6 superstars that's going to be in this year's WWE Men's Money in the Bank ladder match, I was like, the first initial thought I said was a thought. I said this in my mind when. Okay, let me slow down. I said this in my mind. I was like, no really big star power in this matchup. And a couple of days ago, I seen the same video. They said the same thing that I said. But then I took a step back and I was like, oh, I see what they doing. It's a whole bunch of star power in this match. Oh boy, it's a whole bunch of star power in this match, boy, from left to right. You feel me? And if it's not, they building them up to it. You got Santos Escobar from Legado del Fantasma, or LWO, which is, associated with Rey Mysterio. They coming off their massive appearance in Puerto Rico. Big fan of Santos Escobar. Had a great promo and matchup with the man to his right, LA Knight. Yeah, let me talk to you on SmackDown. But Santos won. You got LA Knight, who's the fans are just behind him, man. You got Ricochet, who's in a dispute, I ain't gonna say a dispute, but in a little sort of rivalry with Nakamura in a way, and also with Bronson Reed on Monday Night Raw. But you got Ricochet, Nakamura. Like, do I need to say any more between those guys? I mean, yes, they have been losing, but hopefully they getting back on track. You guys, man, the band has kicked back up across the street, so I don't know if you guys can hear it. Also, you got Butch, you want to call him Pete Dunne. I was hearing news that maybe he might go back to Pete Dunne. I'm not sure. But Butch, who's killing it, and then you got the big heavy of the Judgment Day, which, I talked about last week with my guy Warren, and the frictions in Judgment Day and him and Finn Balor, and we saw JD McDonough on Raw. But these six superstars right here, man, are the future of this business. Rey Mysterio is on his way out. Let's be honest with you, man. He's a Hall of Famer. He had his matchup with his son, and we want to pass. Well, WWE want to pass that sort of give him that rub. Rey Mysterio is that big Latino superstar, Mexican superstar, and they're trying to rub that off a little bit with Santos. But I feel like at the end of all this, Santos is going to go back to his Legado Phantasma stuff, maybe, and turn on Ray, which would be awesome. Maybe SummerSlam, I'm not sure. And the fans, like I said, are totally behind LA Knight. Priest just had a World Heavyweight Championship match on Raw. Butchers with the Brawling Brutes who was killing it. Man, oh man, like dog, like where you could go wrong with this. But my pick for this, I know it's an early pick. We're 2 weeks away, and it's going to stay the same. LA Knight, you guys. Yeah, LA Knight is my pick to win this men's Money in the Bank. I don't see him cashing in on SmackDown, even though he is on SmackDown. I believe he's going to cash in on the World Heavyweight Championship. The fans are behind him. If they want to go the other route, the WWE, if they want to go the other route with Damian Priest, they can go there. Have Priest with it. Cash in, maybe on Seth Rollins if Seth still is the champion, or he can cash in on Finn Balor. I don't know. I don't think Finn is winning though, but like it can go so many ways because the WWE is heard to be really heavy and behind uh Damian Priest, man. So we gonna see what this. So, man, you guys all out there saying, man, they ain't got no star power in this. Yes, they do. Look what Pete Dunne is doing. Priest is doing. Nakamura, Ricochet. Like, so, man, I got LA Knight all the way. That is the future. I understand he's 40 something years old, man. And a lot of guys is 40 something and they still look good. Don't even look like it. But, man, LA Knight is the guy and they got to go rolling with it. I tell you, they got to go rolling with it, man. But man, I was talking about a swerve with the whole bloodline storyline and stuff. Now, I also see something on social media, and it had me thinking that you know I hope this doesn't happen. I really don't. But from what I've seen on Monday Night Raw this Monday on Raw, that social media megastar, this guy right here, Logan Paul, yes, which we haven't seen since WrestleMania, will be returning to Monday Night Raw this Monday. I believe they're in Cleveland, Ohio. So I believe Logan Paul is somehow, some way, but the video I saw on social media was a little bit different. It was more so like they didn't announce him at all. You may have heard from him, and then he came down in there. But would have Logan Paul come in and take away someone's spot or enter himself and the Money in the Bank ladder match, man? And he wins the Money in the Bank ladder match, and God, I hope not. Man, oh man, I hope not whatsoever. But yeah, man, Logan Paul is going to be on Monday Night Raw this Monday. What is he going to do? You don't know, but we have Money in the Bank coming up in the O2 Arena, and man, the big spots that Logan Paul done with the one with Roman Reigns getting Superman punched, the spot at the Royal Rumble, so many great spots and things Logan Paul even done at WrestleMania, coming off the top rope. So I can see Logan Paul being in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And who did he take on at WrestleMania? The World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. So he gonna want to crack at the World Heavyweight Championship. So I don't know, man. We're gonna see. Speaking of the World Heavyweight Championship, whoa, oh, real fast, man, real freaking fast though. On Monday Night Raw, everyone who was in that arena, man, y'all deserve to get slapped 2 times though. For real, like, come on, bro. Like, I felt that, man. I felt Finn Balor's swag the first time they showed him, and he was just like, man, I don't even want to look at Damien. Like, I mean, I came out there to help him. He didn't want my help, but he did tell you stay in the back, Finn, and you assist him coming out there. But Finn Balor, man, he was just his swag was just like, man, I'm ready to fuck up some shit, man. And like, yeah, and he came out to the ring and he was like, man, I got something to say. I've been waiting 7 years to say this. Well, shit, say it. Let me hear it. I'm interested. Let's go. Let's go. But the fans, man, just sung Seth Rollins' song the whole time, the whole entire time. And I know Seth Rollins loved it. Hey, he didn't have to, control of it. What do you want to say? Stop singing my song. Let him talk. They were still going to sing it, man. Like, it was just, his song is over. He is over. But I really wanted to hear what Finn Balor had to say, and I feel like he was going to cook on the mic and do something. But hey, man, I don't know, but I did not like that, not one bit. But you guys, speaking of the World Heavyweight Championship, it has been confirmed, and I was watching NXT this past Tuesday, and the prior week, Braun Breaker threw out a challenge to the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins to, fight him on the show, and this past week on NXT looked at like it had a little bit more fans than usual. So when Braun Breaker came out and Seth came up on the screen, I was like, I don't think Seth Rollins is going to be here tonight. And, he said next week, the fans was like, oh, really? Like, it was like 50 people, 50, 60 people or so was like, damn it, I came here just to see no Seth. But, yo, man, NXT Gold Rush, 2-week event where the World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line this coming Tuesday. Seth defends his title against Braun Breaker. The following week, Carmelo Hayes would take on Baron Corbin, and he would defend his NXT championship. 2-week NXT Gold Rush, man, event. So that looks to be nice. Just everything going on in wrestling this weekend, man. Like I said, we had a Dynamite this past Wednesday, which was great, man. Decent. It was in Washington D.C. I did not make this one. I did really wanted to go, but I did not make this one. This was their first time coming back to the Capital One Arena since the first ever Dynamite. So that was really good to see. But seeing it actually on television, you could tell it was nowhere near sold out from the camera angles and everything. So great show from what I saw on Dynamite, Adam Cole and MJF. The 30-minute draw though, that was that was something else, man. Everything on the show, man, was just really cool. I even checked out a little bit of Rampage, just a little bit. I think the first match or two because like I said, they were in DC. So that was dope. NXT was super dope. Man, the thing I'm not understanding the NXT women's tag team. I guess they don't have too many women tag teams in WWE or on the main roster, nor NXT. That's why they merging the titles, and then gonna have the NXT or the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions defend the titles on all three shows, like they initially had in plan when Bailey and Sasha won the titles in the first place, and they came up with the NXT. I guess the women didn't want to travel down to NXT, or they didn't want to. They didn't want. I don't know. I really don't know. But you got that coming up with Money in the Bank, everything, man. So it's exciting, man. I'm really, really excited. Like I said, season finale of Talk Pro Wrestling is coming up, you guys, man. Leave a comment. Tell me what you guys like. Tell me what you guys want to talk about more on the next season that's coming up here on Talk Pro Wrestling, you guys. This has been a definitely a great show. I'm out of here. Before I do, you guys, we got Forbidden Door tomorrow, right? AEW Forbidden Door. I say like I said, I'm not a big New Japan. I know some of these guys, Will Ospreay, Zack Sabre Jr., a couple other guys that I just cannot, think of at the moment, but I know them. And I'm just like, man, like it's gonna be an awesome show. And if it's Father's Day night, weekend, or whatever, I might watch it. It's wrestling on, so hey, man, just like I said, enjoy wrestling tonight. Enjoy wrestling each and every day or whatever, man. For real. Mighty head on out of here. Before I do, you guys, man, don't forget to follow the 1130 Podcast on all social media platforms. Follow me on Twitter at the 1130 Podcast. Like the 1130 Podcast on Facebook. Follow the 1130 Podcast on Instagram at the 1130 Podcast _. Follow me on TikTok at the 1130 Podcast. Subscribe here on YouTube, you guys. Follow the 1130 Podcast and leave a 5-star rating on the 1130 Podcast Talk Pro Wrestling on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts at, man. For real. Ooh. Great show, man. For real. The band is cranking across the street, man. I think I'm about to head on out of there, or head on out of here, and head on over here and see what's going on, man. But I hope everyone enjoy the weekend. Continue, enjoy themselves. Stay safe, stay blessed. Give all the glory to God. Once again, man, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Woof, 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 man. For real. Enjoy yourself, man. Until next time, yo, it's your man Dre, aka Dreonwheels. I'm out.